Hi guys, SwifTs here, and today I'm bringing another episode of my FIFA 17 Millwall Career Mode series. This is Season 1, Episode 21. It's also the Flash Season 3, Episode 6 review. We're starting off in the FA Cup, round of 32, away to West Brom, and so another Premier League opposition. I'm now going to, actually, I will not tell you that. I'll tell you that after the game. But before we get into the review, I'm going to quickly tell you the team news. In goal we have Gianluigi Donnarumma as per usual. We have Martin, Hutchinson, Duida and Romeo. The reason Romeo was playing is because of the accumulated yellow cards of Cummings. He got too many, so he had to be off for this game. Unfortunately, we still had Callum Butcher and Figueiredo in the centre. We had Wild, Gregory and Morale in that spread of the wings. And then we've got Chaplin up top. Faithful Chaplin. He's been doing bits for us lately anyway, that guy. He's a beast. From Bulldog to Wild to Chaplin. Hopefully Chaplin can stay like it, and Wild can still be decent, because he's still being freaking brilliant. He's still good. He's not scoring as many goals, but he's still making brilliant runs. Before we also get into the review, I'm just going to quickly mention a few, or two bids that was made in the transfer deadline day after this game, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you now. Man City bid 2.1 million for Connor Chaplin. He's 66 rated, Connor Chaplin, and he's 19 years old. I turned it down. Well, I didn't turn it down. I counter offered it for like 22.1 million because Man City are fucking mental. But they didn't want it. They said no, not going to have him for that. It's going to be worth, like, I don't know, 70 million in about 4 seasons anyway, so that's all good. Rochdale also bid for Connor Chaplin, but they only bid 1.2 million. So if I was going to take any of them, it would have been the Man City offer. Onyedinma, by the way, he was returning from injury. He actually takes part in the second game. And Griffiths actually also takes part in the second game. He is the scout from Future Star, who is now 16, so I signed him to the first team. Now, since I were pretty much 2.5 minutes in, let's start with this review. So, The Flash, Season 3, Episode 6, just by writing Season 2 on here, but yeah, never mind. Shade, it is titled. We start off the episode with Wally running around running through the city as Kid Flash, and it cuts to reality. He's basically dreaming of obviously Flashpoint, as we know anyway, but he's not dreaming of what the Flashpoint was. It was a proper dream though. It was actually that what he did was not done from Flashpoint, or it would have been probably, but we didn't see that bit in the first episode. Joe finally said yes to going on a date with Cecile or something, I think her name was, the DA that he turned down many occasions. Barry tells Joe that Wally is in trouble from the dreams. Obviously he knows that he was a speedster. He obviously knows about the husks, like both of them do. So they're going to try and prevent Wally becoming a husk, in other words. So that's not too good. H.R. Wells, so that's what he wants to be called, so let's get it. He wants to reopen Star Labs as a museum, aka the Star Labs Museum. Comic book fans, pretty sure that will mean something to them. I'll probably understand it a lot more if I read the comics anytime soon. Probably not though. Caitlin notices that the metahuman cuffs, they're actually called power cuffs, but she notices that they have them. So we all know what that means. We'll actually get to that bit later in the review, which will probably be over very soon anyway. Barry then decides to tell Joe, Iris and Wally that Wally was the Kid Flash in Flashpoints, just to warn him about alchemy, obviously. And just as this happens, there's a new metahuman, aka the turtle, Shade. He is a shadow. The shadow's walking around and then he just attacks. Yeah, that's why he got the nickname Shade, which actually came from H.R. Wells. So yeah, that's quite a bit of contribution by him, isn't it? Naming metahuman. HR has facial trans modification, aka it was called something else. I can't remember what it was. And he used the term facial trans modification. Basically what it does is it changes his face. He looks like, he says it's the face of his counterpart from Earth 19, the one who's actually the scientific one between them. He said it was his face, so it could be Randolph was his name. No, not the West Ham keeper. some guy called Randolph. Cisco thinks he HR took the power cuffs, but he didn't. But HR goes on to say something. Why would I take the handcuffs? I haven't been on this earth long, so he hasn't got to the part of knowing people, let alone to the part of using cuffs. Literally. Tom Cavanaugh is a brilliant actor. Like the writers, they're good as well, obviously. But look at now, it's brilliant. Wally finally has an alchemy dream during the day. He's just finished talking to Joe, but he comes running back to Wally once he can hear him, like, in pain, obviously. Caitlin tells Cisco that she took the power castle and shows him the powers of obviously being Frost. I've said obviously too many times, and I don't even say it right, but it's not the point. Cisco vibes Caitlin because Caitlin wants Cisco to vibe her to see if she becomes Killer Frost, and like in the future, Cisco does so. She actually does become. He sees Killer Frost versus vibe, but he ends up telling her that she doesn't turn into her. So she doesn't turn into her just to make her feel better, but literally a few scenes later she can see something's wrong with him, so she asks him, he just says yeah, pretty much, he tells the truth. And then that was when I was at the theatre park with Joe and Cecile and Randolph Royals, I should say, since that's his new identity to the outside world anyway. Everyone else in Star Labs knows it's him, plus they can see him. Shade attacks the park where they're all watching shit in, and the Flash shows up, and they beat Shade. They absolutely dominate him. All they do is turn on car lights and a load of lights, and he just deforms. Basically, his cells couldn't handle too much light, and then they put the power cuffs on the Shade geezer. Wally starts to feel the damage. I can't read my own writing. He starts to feel. It feels the dreams again and sees alchemy, like the writing, like we saw with Edward Clarice. And he ends up going mental. Tells Iris to let him out. She doesn't listen at first, but then she does because you can see she sees that he could be in pain. So she opens the pipeline doors. He pushes past her, so they start to have a fight. Wally swipes at Iris, but she ducks and then just punches him, one bangs him, and he just faints. He's done after one punch by Iris. Mental shit, that is. Cisco presses Caitlin into telling the rest of the team about obviously the Frost powers. Again, with the obviously, I need to stop that. It's not really obvious, or I wouldn't be doing a review. We did just go 1-0 up there from Connor Chaplin's goal, so that was very nice. Who got that assist? It was Duida, a centre back. Who else? Obviously, we did make half-time substitutions, by the way, which I haven't mentioned. We brought on O'Brien for Wild, and we brought on Philpott for Gregory. And I think we put Philpott on top and Chaplin we brought down. No, actually, no, we didn't. That wasn't this game. That's the next game. We changed the positions. The team has to use Wally as bait to get to Alchemy's lair, and it works. It does work. And of course, it wouldn't be Earth 19 without him, but Gorilla Grodd does exist on Earth 19. So we have an infinite universe, infinite multiverse of Gorilla Grodds. You know. By the way, that's another bit of news, but for Season 3B, Gorilla Grodd will be back. Fucking mental shit. That is... I don't know what he does, to be honest. Gorilla Grodd's just overpowered. Flash enters Alchemy's lair with Wally and the police force. And we finally get the God of Speed's first appearance, aka Savitar. Mental shit. I didn't actually know that he said he was the God of Speed, and he said his name in his first episode like he appears in, which is obviously this one, but he did. I wrote it down and then he said it. I was like, okay, solid. And the last point I did write down, nice. The last point I did write down was Wally picks up the orb, which Alchemy slash Savitar starts speaking to him in, and he becomes a caterpillar pod, basically. Yeah, we see the effects of that in the next episode, which should actually technically be up later today, okay, Monday at 6 PM. This video, so this review should be going up at 3 PM, but I haven't yet recorded it, like the next one, obviously, because I'm doing this one. It's almost 6 o'clock. Ibrahimovic and Liverpool drew. Sick, that's what we wanted. Anyway, oh yeah, Man City lost 4-0 to Everton. Fucking hell, shit bastards. Anyway, what was I saying? The reviews. I haven't yet recorded the other one. I need to get some things done. I need to sort out my room. I need to actually go over bath as well, which I'll be doing after as this video uploads. I will then be well, what do I need to do? Nothing actually, but I will get the other video done. I'm gonna record it, which, let's just say, after I've done my room and had a bath, it's 7 o'clock, so that's an hour from now. It gives me 3.5 hours to actually watch the Flash, which is only 45 minutes, which then gives me 2 hours 45 minutes to play the FIFA games, which is obviously probably going to be about 15 minutes overall. No, that's a lie, because it's got 4, 8, and then you double that, because then that's 2 games, 16. It's going to be at least 20 minutes there, so that will take it down, let's just say 3 hours 35, no, 25 minutes. 3 hours and 25 minutes. So that time will be to upload it. So I think we should be good. I just haven't done Tuesday's videos yet, which I might be able to get one done. I won't be able to get all 3 done Monday, 100%, but I will get them done. However, that's the review done, and we still got our, most of the second game anyway. So we did actually beat West Brom 1-0 in the FA Cup. Now I had to redo that game. Originally, I was like 3-0 up in the first half, and the first time I did this, but I forgot to delete clips beforehand, so it says unable to upload to Xbox Live, so that was a shame. Plus, that wasn't the only thing that went wrong. I was 3-0 up at half time and I got called for dinner, so I left it at half time. I went downstairs and then come back up and it was all fucked, so I couldn't do anything. Turns out I didn't pause it. So, yeah, the game ended. Well, it didn't really so much end, it was in like the 80th minute or something. But we was, I think we was 3-1 up at that time still, so we only conceded 1 while we wasn't here for 40 minutes. But I reset it anyway, because the second half wasn't recorded anyway, because I didn't pause it like I should have. Plus, the first half got corrupted, which was annoying because I was 3-0 up. I actually scored goals. I can tell you who scored though. Chaplin did score 2 goals in that, and Lee Gregory scored 1. And we got assists from Wild. Gregory got an assist as well for Chaplin. They both got the assist for Chaplin, Wild and Gregory. And we got an assist. The guy who assisted Gregory was actually Romeo. Yes, our right back. He did some bits in that first half. Romeo is a brilliant player. The second game, anyway, the team we played, before I tell you my half-time substitutions since we're almost there, we had Donnarumma, we had the regular team basically. Yeah, we had the regular team with Chaplin, even though he's becoming irregular now anyway. We did get prize money of 90,000 in this, after winning the FA Cup, and we actually get that twice for some reason. But I can tell you my round of 16 draw now. Of course, it wouldn't be the FA Cup without getting mugged off. We beat Liverpool 2-1 in the round of 64. We beat West Brom in the round of 32. And now we've got to play Manchester fucking United. Are you serious? I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to get some hard opponents. Round of 16 is brilliant. I didn't expect to get this far, to be honest. After seeing we drew Liverpool, I didn't even expect to win that game, so round of 32. I didn't think we was going to get to round of 32, which they wanted us to. So we did that. We've now doubled the expectation by getting to the round of 16. Can we get to the round of 8 after beating Manchester United? I think we're away as well. Hopefully we're not, but if we are, then that kind of sucks. The half-time substitution has been made, by the way, was Griffiths came on for Gregory, and Griffiths went up top. Chaplin got brought back down to CAM. We had Onyedinma returning from injury. He came on for Warao and Ferguson because he was complaining. We brought him on for Wild. Ferguson shit, I don't even care. It's just bad. He just is bad. I don't know. It's shocking. Not really much else to talk about in this episode, so I will ruin the result for you in this game now. We draw 1-1. Berry score first because my player falls over in the box as it gets crossed in, so they just get a tap in basically. You'll see that shortly. We then equalise later in the half. with Chaplin scoring again. And who else to get the assist other than Griffiths? Debut assist. Half a debut assist, I should say. So not bad. I like that he's going to do it for commentary. If you did enjoy it, be sure to smash the like button. If you haven't seen any other videos, by the way, subscribe to my channel, go back and watch them. That would be nice. You don't have to, but it's a series. Why wouldn't you? I mean, I would. If I enjoyed one episode, I'd go back and watch it. Any suggestions, put them in the comment section down below. Leave your notifications on if you are subscribed, because then you'll know when I'm uploading. So that's nice. So that's why I focus on shit. Can't throw ball, can't do anything. Thank you for watching. See you later and have a nice day.
Cameron. Still 20 minutes to go. It's Arsenal, we're hearing, who have splashed the cash on this new acquisition.
Well, it went on for a few weeks, a lot of negotiations by the sound of it, but in the end, about £70 million, maybe money well spent.
And it's a shot now! Oh, that's great, and the wait is over. It's a fine goal. They've worked away at the opposition, and now they've got their reward. Nicely taken, and patience has paid off finally. Here's a chance to attack. Trying to stretch the opposition using the wider areas here. A timely challenge. Kelvin Atuhu. Now Jones. There's been a sending off at Bristol Rovers.
It's a sending off for Bristol Rovers. They're down to 10 men. 9 minutes remain. It remains 1-1.
Well, many thanks, Alan McInally, keeping us up to date as usual. Ball. Attacking well here.
Well, if you look at the coaching manual, you don't defend like that. He's got caught too square to his man there. Poor.
Very impressive, the support for this team. If only the team could be quite so impressive themselves.
Yeah, they're doing their bit, the supporters, they really are. So, I just wonder whether it can transfer onto those players down on the pitch.
Goes for goal with the header. What a good game this is. With this equalising goal, they've fought back to level it up once more. They'll be delighted with that. There's level. Both sides have scored here now. Players face another 2 minutes added on by the referee.